Angus beat Hollow after a last start winning performance. How did you rate the effort? He's got a wide draw this time, so it's obviously going to make it a bit tougher.
Yeah, that would be a little bit harder to get in front, I reckon. But in the best straight 1200 meters, I think it's long enough to roll forward to get a lead position. And I think he in a very good form. Get up the weight, I think it's not really bother him too much. As long as he's happy in front and get the rail, and he will be, I think he will be finish close again.
Is that just him? He's just one-dimensional. He needs to lead to be able to give him the best possible chance.
I think the best way is just lead, because I think he leads the rail to change the leg, and his balance will be better when he get the rail. Last time he probably 6 seconds. One of the rail he can't really change the leg. Last 50 meters, I think he beat weak late, but he's a tough horse, and he finished very well last time.
You've also got a new horse engaged on the program, John Young, champion import. How's he settled into the Hong Kong way of going?
He seems to be enjoying it. He hasn't given us any reason to be concerned about him. He's healthy and well, he's sound, he's got a good temperament. In his barrier trials, he seems to make the adaptation to the Hong Kong style of trialling and rather quickly for a Northern Hemisphere horse. So I'm happy to take him to the races. So I think he's going to acquit himself very well.
All horses are different, but what is the key for some of these Northern Hemisphere horses coming to Hong Kong and settling in and running well? Because you've obviously been successful this season with Ensued already.
I don't think there's not much you can do for them. They have to, as individuals, make the adaptation themselves. Sometimes they can do that really quickly and not be concerned by the change of environment. And most of them, a bigger percentage of them, they can take a little bit of time. But I think it's just a matter of time normally.
John, Classic Mile this week with a two-pronged attack, Helios Express and How Deep Is Your Love. First of all, on Helios Express, rate his performance last time out. He looked to really show a devastating turn of foot, didn't he?
Yeah, he made the adaptation to 1600 more or less straight away. He seemed to travel not too bad. He was a little bit strong, I guess, but still manageable in a slow run race, and he sprinted well off a slow speed, so that's about all we could have expected from him.
How's he come through that performance? You had him on the trial track the other day, and he looked to move fairly well there.
Yep, seems all right. I don't think he's taken any harm from the race. He seems to have coped with that pretty well. His trial was normal, and it looks like he's going to run a race again.
You've also got How Deep Is Your Love in the race. He's coming up to 1600 metres with James McDonald on board. Have you assessed his handful of runs this season? He's obviously been at Happy Valley and he's come back to Sha Tin and looked like he made good ground last start.
I think so. I think he's a different style of horse at Sha Tin, but I think he handles it quite well. The times we've run him here, he's been fine. He'd probably appreciate a slower track, and it's coming that way now that the winter grass has grown. So he seems in good order, and he's certainly going to run well.
Is he the horse that sort of gives you the opinion that 1600 metres will be good for him?
I think so. Yeah, he looks like he can run a mile. So this is his first attempt, and he's going to be fitter in the future. But I feel he'll still run well, I'd say.
CHANCHENG Glory going around in the Classic Mile. He's had a terrific rise up through the ranks from Griffin Company. Is he a good enough horse, you think, to take that next step?
Yeah, well, I've had time for him from day one. Whether he's good enough to take the next step over a mile or whether it's going to be further is my question. Look, we're under no illusions that there's some smart opposition in the race, particularly the John Size horse. So we got a task in front of us, but I think he maps well in this race. He's very consistent and he raises the bar just enough each time to put himself right there at the finish. So I expect him to deliver the goods once again, and whether that be into the minor money or if we can go better than that, we'll be very happy. But he's done well at home, and like I said, he's done us proud, so hopefully he can do it again.
He's obviously, as you said, been very effective over a mile, but do you think he's sort of got that extra in him if they're looking at a classic cup or a derby berth? Well, is he a horse that gives you the feel that he will handle 18 or 2000?
I've always been of the opinion that that's going to suit him more. His sire, of course, was the outside miler, particularly. So, we've got to see him do it over further. But he's given us the impression every time that he's looking for the extra, and he's just such an easy-going horse in the run that I think it will suit him when we step up. And if he were to take that next step, it will probably be when he gets over further.
It looks like he should get a fairly good lead in the race, and that has been one of his very good advantages in the past, being able to kick off a good lead, hasn't it?
Yeah, he's got a good gate speed. He does seem to just throttle off a bit after he's got himself into rhythm, but we'll have to just keep up a nice tempo on him so that he doesn't get taken on too early if we do end up leading. However, I do see one in the race that of Danny Shums that could want to put pressure and go forward. And if that's the case, we've also seen him just take a seat behind the lead horses and still perform admirably. So at least that leaves us with options, and I think from the draw we can utilise what's going to suit us best on the day.
Angus, Champion Dragon, lining up in the Group 3 race. How did you rate his performance last time out in the January Cup at Happy Valley?
Yeah, I'm very happy about his performance last time. We drew barrier 2 last time and got tired at the beginning, so he have to sit back in the back position, and but he catch up and hit the line very strong last time, ran 6th. I think the barrier is outside is better for him because horses, when he get cloud, and he will a bit like shy a bit, and he will can't really stress out his feet, and I think barrier 8 is very good for him. I probably sit first or second in this race, and I think he will hit the last strong again.
What's his track work been like since his last start performance? Is the stable happy with the way he's going at the moment?
Yeah. It's very happy. Can't see anything wrong in the track work, and I think it will be a very good performance.
Do you think the speed will be okay in the race to suit him with his sort of racing style?
Look, I'm not quite sure Money Cash is he going to lead or sit behind me. Just depends the pace, and as long as he happy, find his feet in the race, and yeah.
Top scorer going around in one of the later races on the program, 2 second placings. What's been your assessment on his performances to date so far? Because he looks like he's been there and he's had a chance in both of those races.
Yeah, well, it looks like maybe the 1200 might be a bit short for him. Maybe he wants a little bit further. So we'll take him up to 14 and see if that makes any difference. He might be maybe the 1200 metre horses are just running too quick for him. He'll get comfortable in this. He might finish it off better.
You happy with how he's trained on?
Yeah, horse is well. He's a pretty gross doer, and he's done well since his last run, and he should run well again.
Lyle Wonderkid, a horse you've got a great association with, a win and a few minor placings as well. What were your thoughts on his close-up performance at Happy Valley last time out?
Yeah, he's always been a horse that as soon as he gets to the front or near it, he seems just to not really go through with it, or not put in the extra that he has left in the tank. So it was a very good run. I thought if he had just knuckled down a bit more at the top of the straight, he could have got the job done. But nonetheless, it was a very good performance, and he's maintained a really high level of form, even going up through the ratings. So very proud of him, how he's performed, and looking forward to seeing him on the weekend.
He's on the all-weather for the first time. Is he a horse that gives you the feeling that he'll handle the all-weather service? Yeah,
I think he'll handle it. I can't say whether it'll be better or worse at this stage. I think the race will tell us, but he's a horse that jumps and shows speed, travels strongly in the race, and he's a trier. So I think that he should be able to get through it, and we're looking forward to see how he goes.
The blinkers are on for the first time and the cheek piece is off. Was that an idea that you and Francis have toyed for with a wee while, and what was the ultimate factor in deciding that maybe now's the right opportunity?
Yeah, it just goes back to what I mentioned just now. Just want him to empty the tank hitting the line, and we're hoping the blinkers can do that. Just help him to get his nose in front, hopefully this time. And we thought the all-weather track would be the perfect opportunity to try it as well, because it's genuine tempo throughout and a lot of pressure. So yeah, it's a good opportunity now. He's been racing well, and it's time to try something new just to get that extra 1%.
Pace looks like it should be fairly genuine in the race. Is sort of ideal place for you, midfield, somewhere with some cover, the ideal scenario?
Yeah, he could probably sort of touch close to midfield, just behind that speed. But like I said, he's got the natural gate speed and travelling speed in the race to be comfortable. And if we've got something to aim at, which it looks like we will in this race, that'll be perfect. So it should map pretty well for him, and expecting consistency once again.